Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today at the gym I had a dumbass attack, let's just be honest. I just had a dumbass attack. I didn't read the machine and what you're supposed to do with it, and it just reminded me of all the other times in my life when I have not read directions and therefore I've had a dumbass attack and done something completely stupid and made myself look like a total idiot. And I just so happen to have like a whole list of all the times I've done this because I was gearing up for a story time. I figured it'd be kind of funny and entertaining because though it's totally embarrassing for me, it's funny. Let's be honest, it's funny. So today at the gym, I was meandering around the weight room area. I'm kind of new to this gym. I've only been there since about February, and I've mostly stuck to the pool and swimming laps. So it's just been like the past week, really, that I've started heading up to like the weight area and the ellipticals. And this was actually my first day doing weights. And the last gym I went to was Planet Fitness, and I loved Planet Fitness. And I knew the whole layout of the area. I knew where everything was at. I knew what all the machines did. And so today I'm doing a machine. I forget what it was for. And I look across from me, and there's another machine. And keep in mind, I don't really know the layout of everything. I'm kind of getting a flow for it, and it kind of seems to go from legs to arms, and then in what it looked like to me, abs. And so I see this machine, and I'm like, I recognize that one from Planet Fitness. I used to use it all the time 4 years ago. You know, totally easy. I'll go do that one next. So I head on over after I finish my reps on the machine I'm currently doing. And it's one of those machines where it has this bar that goes about here, okay? And then you sit in the seat and the bar's in front of you, and you lean forward. And come to think of it now, I'm pretty sure the one at Planet Fitness has handlebars or something. I could be wrong on that. It's been 4 years since I've been there. But this one, has the bar. I'm like, oh, this is for crunches, no big deal. I'll adjust my weights. I'll squeeze my ass in here and try to do some crunches. Well, first off, my ass could not fit between the seat and the bar. And I was like, what the hell? I know I'm big, but this shouldn't be an issue. And so I'm messing with the bar, and it looks like it can be adjusted. So I adjust it, and to adjust it means it goes even closer to the seat. And I'm like, well, great. That's only making things worse. And so I put it back to the furthest position it goes away from the seat, and I straight up tries to squeeze my ass in between this thing because I thought it was one of those bars where you do crunches, right? Where it's right here and you do crunches. And that was my whole thing. And literally out loud I say, what the fuck do you do with this thing? Because I could not squeeze between the seat and the bar. And then I had a genius idea. Why don't you read the instructions? This is clearly not the machine that you think it is. So I look up, because it's eye level, with my face. And it turns out it's for your back. Your back, it's supposed to go behind your back. And you push it back with your back. I just made myself look like a complete fool. And this gym there was quite a few people there. There was also people there from my high school. So, it's nothing like showing up and having a high school reunion with everybody that you didn't like and you didn't want to sweat with them in high school gym class. I don't want to sweat with them now. This town's just too small, and we're going a little bit ranty here. But needless to say, my ego took a little bit of a hit. I felt pretty embarrassed. I definitely had a major dumbass attack. So this next one happened a long time ago, but I still cringe. There's actually two. I'm going to tell you both. I'm kind of going back and forth on them because I cringe at both of them. They were both not very good experiences. This first one, I guess I'll tell you guys, was around the time that Jessica Simpson released her she had a line of products that came out. It was lotions and perfumes, and I don't know what all she released, but they were supposed to be edible. We were supposed to be able to taste them. And a friend and I were at Walmart. This is years ago. We're talking probably 2004 maybe. And so me and a friend are at Walmart. We're walking around. We see this, it was lotions and body sprays, and I think they were cupcake flavored. And for whatever reason, I had it in my mind that was the Jessica Simpson brand. That was the kind you can eat. And I kept telling my friend, we can taste this. Okay, you put it on and then you lick it off. You can taste it. And my friend's like, are you sure about that? I don't think this is it. And I'm like, yeah, girl, we can eat this. And she goes, I don't think so. And instead of reading the instructions, what does 14-year-old Cristin do? She takes the perfume, takes the lid off, and squirts it directly in her mouth. Needless to say, it was not the kind that you can eat. It tasted horrible. And I don't recommend anybody doing that. And it was pretty embarrassing because like right in the middle of Walmart, people around, and I'm like, you can eat it. No, girl, you can't eat it. This next one is kind of similar. I was around the same age, maybe a little bit older, and I was like living at home with my parents, okay? Like I was a teenager, living at home with my parents. My mom had bought this toothpaste that was in like kind of like a stand-up bottle. Hold on, I'll go grab something. Okay, so it was in a toothpaste bottle, something like this. Okay, this is my son's toothpaste. So it was a little something like this. And we've been using it for a while, no problem. Maybe it was like that, maybe it wasn't like that. I have to think now. No, it was different. It stood up like that, but like it had like a nozzle, like a squeeze, push down. Let me grab something else. Okay, so it's actually in a bottle quite like this. This is actually a number 7 face mask, but we're gonna pretend it's toothpaste for like 2 seconds. So the toothpaste we had in the bathroom for like weeks was like this. Okay, this had like the little pump nozzle here, and you could see the toothpaste in it. It was the toothpaste we were using. Apparently, we ran out. She bought another thing of toothpaste. I didn't get the memo, and she also got, I don't know if it was makeup or if it was a face mask, or it was hand soap, but it was something that doesn't go in your mouth. And it was a different color from the toothpaste, but I just thought like it was still toothpaste and just like a new toothpaste in a, you know, just different colors. 14-year-old me didn't read much, apparently. And so I'm like, oh, okay, that's the toothpaste. Put it on my toothbrush, stick it in my mouth, start scrubbing, and quickly realize that's not toothpaste. No, Mom had actually bought like a regular toothpaste and like your regular toothpaste bottle thing, tube, that's the word, tube, yeah. That's what Mother had bought, and this was no longer toothpaste. And I regretted sticking it in my mouth. It was horribly disgusting. Okay, so I've got 2 more stories to tell you about times that I did not read directions. And these next 2 are pretty recent. I've got way more that I can't think of, because this happens to me a lot where I just don't read things. I just assume I know, and then I do, and then I regret it. So this next one happened like in January, not even that long ago. So I was sick. I was like super sick. And my family, we didn't really have insurance. Okay, it's not like we didn't really have it. Like we didn't have insurance. My husband was between jobs. Like we had a new job. You know, you gotta wait like 3 months before you get your insurance. So we're like self-medicating at home. And I'm one of those people that like if I get sick, I have a cold, and for whatever reason at the end of this cold, like say I've had like prescription medication, if for whatever reason I don't use it all up, I put it in my cabinet because I'm like, hey, what if someday I don't have insurance and I can't get to the doctor, because those things happen. So I had been really sick. I had a horrible chest infection. I'm an asthmatic, and if you're an asthmatic, then you know that if you get a horrible chest infection, you pretty much have to go to the doctor and get antibiotics, or things get really bad. And things were heading in that direction of being really bad. And I just happened to have some leftover hydrocodone, or is it hydrocodone? It's a cough syrup. It's like orange. I don't know why I'm explaining all that, but it's cough syrup. And the instructions that I didn't read, because I had been prescribed this medication like probably 3 years ago. It was probably outdated, but like YOLO. You were only supposed to take 10 milliliters of cough syrup. That was the prescribed dosage. And I did not have a regular like little cup to take it in. The cup that I had was marked with 2 tablespoons on it. And it was from like an over-the-counter thing of cough syrup that like wasn't working for me. And I just assumed that 10 milliliters is probably the same thing as 2 tablespoons. So I just filled it up and took it. I was drunk off my ass. Like, holy cow. My husband was like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, he's like, I told you not to take old medicine, because like he refuses to take old medication, which he's probably smart for doing that. He's like, you know, you're gonna get like ulcers in your stomach and like all these other things. And I'm like, whatever. So drunk off my ass, I'm like slurring my words, I can hardly walk. We ended up having to go somewhere like Walmart or something, I forget. But like I was getting the side eye from like the lady at the register, because like it was my husband and me and our son, and I'm like slurring my words, and like I was drunk, let's just put it that way. So we get home and my husband goes to look at the medication, and finds out that the dosage is 10 milliliter and I took 30. Let's just say I slept real good that night. Oh, so this last one is probably the grossest. It's way nastier than the nasty things I put in my mouth that I shouldn't have done that with, you know, like the toothpaste and the perfume. Okay, this is even worse than that. So for Christmas, was it Christmas? Yeah, it was Christmas. My mother-in-law got me some Bath & Body Works. I love Bath & Body Works. I did an entire haul. If you guys want to see it, I can leave it down below. Shameless self-promotion. But one of the things that she got me was this really big bottle, is that what you want to call it? I guess, of Japanese cherry blossom lotion. I was like, oh, that's, because I don't read. Okay, remember. I can read. I don't read. There's a difference between can and don't. I can, I don't, or choose not to until it's too late. So this really big jar, or whatever you want to call it, bottle, squeezy tube of Japanese cherry blossom lotion. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. That's going to smell amazing. I'm going to love this. So I get out of my shower, I lather myself in lotion, and I'm like, wow, this smells a lot stronger than I remember it smelling, but like it's still good. And so I lay back on the bed, because that's what I do after I put on lotion. I just lay back on my bed with, like, you know, the cover over, like my blanket, so I'm not on the sheets, I'm like on the cover, and I have my ceiling fan going, and I just lay there and wait for everything to just soak in, because I hate putting clothes on top of my lotion, you know, because it's just like, you know, it's not a good feeling. This lotion would just not absorb. I was like, what is wrong with this? Like, it's not absorbing. I've never had a Bath & Body Works lotion do this to me before. I've laid here for like an hour and I'm still like a greasy pig. Like, it's not absorbing. And my husband's tired and he's like, I want to go to bed. So like, he gets under the covers and goes to bed. I'm like, fine, whatever, I'm cold. It's like December, maybe January at this point. And so I'm like, I'm cold too. So I get under the covers, still greasy, and I lay there all night, like just stuck to the sheets and stuck to the blanket, and just like, ugh, gross, slimy, oily feeling. It never absorbed. What the hell is wrong with this lotion? My husband is like, this is overpoweringly scented. Like, the smell of this is so strong, it's making him sick to his stomach, it's making me sick to my stomach. And I'm like, oh my god. Like, I remember Japanese cherry blossom being really good and one of my favorite scents. Like, I haven't had any in a couple of years, but I remember really liking it the last time I had it. This was a long night, guys. Let me tell you what, a long, sticky night. And I get up the next day and I still feel sticky. Not as sticky. I think maybe my bed sheets absorbed some of this, but I still wasn't feeling very good. And so I grab the bottle and I start reading it. And what does it turn out to be? Japanese cherry blossom body wash. Their moisturizing body wash that comes, it looks like lotion when it comes out, is body wash. Another thing that could have been prevented had I read directions, or just read the bottle and the label in general. Like, the whole thing could have been prevented had I just read the bottle. Anyways, that's all the stories I have for you guys right now. Hopefully you got a laugh out of my idiocracy, is that how you say that word? Out of my dumb moments, because Lord knows I have plenty of them, but hopefully you guys did enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.